In this video, we will learn how to graph horizontal and vertical lines. Now, there will be times when your equation will be missing one of the variables, either missing the x's or missing the y's. So let's start with A. Here we are given that y is equal to -5. So we're going to start by plotting a point on the y-axis where it equals -5. So that would be down here, 5 down. Now, if I try to find a point above it or below it, I'm going to see that y no longer equals -5, because if I move one up, y will equal to -4, and if I move one down from where I am, y is going to equal -6. That means that I cannot move up or down because y will no longer equal -5. Now, what happens if I move to the right? Let's say I move here. This point is located at 2, -5. And if I move the same amount to the left, let's say right there, this point becomes -2, -5. Now, even though the x values are different, the y values remain the same. The y values continue to equal -5. So then, if I am not allowed to move up or down because the y values changed, but I can move left or right and the y values remain the same, that means that the way we're going to graph a y equals is going to be a horizontal line. Because any point that I select on the line, even though the x's will be different, the y's will remain at y equals -5. Let's try the next one then. Let's try B. B is telling us that they want x equal to 7. So let's plot that one first. X is equal to 7 on the x-axis, moving 7 to the right. And I'm going to notice that if I move to the right this time, my x's are going to change. My x here will become 9. And if I move to the left, let's say here, my x will be 5. So if I move left and right, my x's are no longer 7. So that means that I cannot move left or right. Let's see what happens if I try to move up and down this time. So if I move up, this point will become 7, 2. And if I move down, this point will become 7, -2. This time, by moving up and down from the point, the y's change, but the x's remains the same. The x will continue to be a 7. That means for us that since we're not allowed to move left or right because the x's change, but if we move up and down, the x's remain the same, our graph will be a vertical line. Now, instead of having to test points, we might want to remember that whenever you have a y only, your graph will be side to side or a horizontal graph. And when you get an x only, your graph will be up and down or a vertical line every time. Since this one was y is equal to -5, it will be a horizontal line passing at -5. And since this was x equal to 7, this will be a vertical line passing at 7. In this section, I give my recommendation as to which method is the fastest depending on the equation that you are given. Now, notice that the section states that this is the fastest method, not necessarily the easiest for you to learn. So, if you are given the equation in slope-intercept form, that's in y equals mx plus b, then my recommendation is that you use the slope-intercept form method. This is example 4. Now, if your equation is in standard form, remember that one is ax plus by equals to c, then my recommendation is that you use the x and y intercept method. This one was example 2. Now, if your equations is in standard form, but this time it equals to 0, then my recommendation is that you use plotting points method. This one was example 3. Now don't forget to select x values that equal the coefficient of y to prevent getting any fractions or decimals. The last two, when you have x onlys or y onlys, remember that an x only, it's a vertical line, and a y only, it's a horizontal line, and this one was seen in example 6 of this video. Now again, this is only my opinion. At the end of the day, you want to learn the method that is the easiest for you. But if you only wish to learn one method, then I recommend that you learn the one about graphing by plotting points. That was example 1. Just because is the one that works every single time. Just don't forget that if you use plotting points, that you select x values that equal the coefficient of y to prevent you from getting fractions or decimals. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.